So it was probably about 2015 or 2016 when I first heard the term social justice warrior. And it was a strange term for me because I could tell that it wasn't really a term that people were giving themselves, that this was more a term being put on a particular type of protester who would, maybe be interrupting a conservative speaker or trying to stop um, essentially freedom of speech to some level. And, we've seen over the last few years this push to not just have censorship, but to really, you know, criticize anybody who doesn't meet the particular hold, or whatever you want to call it, the particular type of agenda. Like, for instance, if a comedian says something that's alternative to this, groupthink, then they're lambasted and called out and attacked. And so, more recently we saw that with Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr and so forth. And now they're gonna hit Eddie Murphy for things he said 30 years ago. Things that, yeah, what Eddie Murphy said was pretty bad. But at the same time, we have to wonder, like, when someone said something 30 years ago, should we really hold it up to a 2019 light? And yeah, there's a fair debate to have about that particular case with Eddie Murphy. But to even say that there should be a debate about it, it's like, no, there's no debating anything. And it's, the crazy thing I'm finding now is that they actually refer to themselves now as cancel culture. I thought cancel culture was just another term being put on those who want to limit freedom of speech. But these individuals are actually referring to themselves as cancel culture. And this is what I don't get. Like, every day there's a news article about, like, oh, how does It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia survive cancel culture, or Dave Chappelle this and Bill Burr that. And I gotta say, the Bill Burr special that came out recently, Paper Tiger, which was not as attacked as Dave Chappelle was, maybe because some of them realized, the whole attacking Dave Chappelle made him look stupid, and actually empowered, maybe on the higher up corporate side of this cancel culture agenda. I mean, maybe they realized that by attacking Dave Chappelle, they actually made him more popular. So maybe they learned something from that, and that's why they didn't go as hard on Bill Burr. But if you actually listen to the Bill Burr special, he actually made a really great point about why Colin Kaepernick's demonstration was not taken more seriously by particular people, because people had, this objection to Kaepernick, and they couldn't understand Kaepernick's protest. And so Bill Burr is literally defending Kaepernick's protest and explaining as to why people didn't understand the Kaepernick protest. And then people don't understand Bill Burr's comedy and attack Bill Burr, the very people who probably supported Kaepernick's protest, which is ironic on some level. And this is what I don't get. The whole cancel culture movement that's going on right now, like, this is what you're worried about. What things that comedians are saying, that's your priority, And it's like, do you understand that we are still in Iraq, still in Afghanistan, that there's a militarization of the police, that we're spending $1 trillion on war machines that don't even work, and or not to mention the questions about Federal Reserve or monetary policy, or the drug epidemic in America, which actually goes far beyond opioids. But no, none of those serious questions are the things that you're worried about. It's all about the environment, and the things that people say, and censoring them. So, but no talk about the war, military policy, or police state, or especially the one thing they never talk about ever is civil liberties.